Hello viewers, welcome to NRG Healthcare. I am Dr. Akila, diabetologist. Today I want to discuss about diabetic food problems. So in this session I want to discuss what are the common diabetic food problems and why it is happening, what are the measures you can take at home, and also what are the treatment facilities available. So to understand easily, I have shown a picture of the food. So diabetic foot problem ranges from simple infection like in between the toe infection or nail infection. These are the commonly caused by fungus infection, or even the ingrowing toenail that can cause the infection around the nail tip. Or it can be a pressure point related problem, okay, callus or corn. Okay, this is a thickening of the skin over the bony area or the pressure points. Okay, this reduces the hydration in the skin, so it can cause cracking of the skin, which leads to infection. If the blood flow to the leg is less because of the diabetic related blood vessel problem, it can cause color change in the feet and also reduce blood flow, affect the muscles also. Gangrene it is called. Eventually, if there is a gangrene and infection which is not being treated properly, that can lead to amputation of toes or even the feet or below the knee. Any crack or injury, if it is not being treated properly, it causes the diabetic ulcer. If it's not properly treated, it can go deeper and deeper, causes infection to the muscles and bone also. This is another reason why diabetic patients end up with amputation. Diabetes is the most common cause of amputation apart from the accident. Why it is happening? Because diabetes causes the nerve damage, neuropathy it is called. When there is a neuropathy, the sensation in the feet is not normal. So anybody who get hurt, the pain sensation is not there. So they won't notice the wound. Okay. When it is not being noticed, it gets deeper and deeper and causes the deeper ulcer. And also when the neuropathy problem is there, the muscles are not getting proper work done, so the alignment of the bone is not good. So the pressure of our body going to the feet is not proper. So that causes uneven pressure distribution. So the callus formation is happening. As I discussed before, once the callus is develops, and that reduces the hydration and causes splitting of the skin. This leads to infection. Superadded with this one, the blood vessels getting affected in diabetes, that causes reduced blood flow to the foot. Okay, so all these things causes the poor wound healing, and added to that is the high blood sugar, which favors the infection to multiply faster. So infection, nerve damage and blood flow reduction causes the diabetic ulcer and diabetic foot. So what are the measures you can take? Mainly, I want each and every patient with diabetes to do self-examination of their food on daily basis. So, before going to bed, you need to soak your feet in warm water. Even the temperature of the water, we want a patient to check using their elbow, because reduced sensation in the feet give falsely low temperature in the water. Okay, so if they get the water immersed in high temperature, that can cause blister problem also. So check the temperature of the water, put little bit of salt in it, soak the feet for 10 to 15 minutes and take it out, wipe it completely. When you are wiping the feet completely, pay attention to in between toes also. Okay, that is a major area for fungus infection. And during the examination, whatever I discussed, I want you to check. Okay, first you look at the feet for any redness, any ulcer, any callus problem, or any change in the color of the toe, or any fungus infection in the nail, or any infection in between the toes. Okay, so this is first to look at your feet. So you need to look at the top of the feet and the bottom of the feet also. And second, you feel the temperature of the feet. Okay, normal temperature of the feet should be maintained. If the blood flow is less, the temperature of the feet comes down, so it feels cold. So you have to pay attention to the temperature of the feet. and then you see whether there is any pus discharge or liquid coming out of the skin or in between the toenail also. So this is a general examination. After inspecting your feet, you have to apply a little bit of moisturizing lotion, spread all over, and then you can go to bed. If you have any back problem or big tummy where you cannot bend and look at your feet, you can use a small mirror, sit in front of that and watch it in the mirror, or you can ask one of your family member to examine it for you. During the daytime, even at home, I want patients to use diabetic chappals, special chappals which has pressure areas checked. So diabetic chappals to be used inside the house, and whoever is involved in a lot of cleaning work, I would advise them not to stand in the water or detergent soaked solution for longer time. Okay. When you are going out or doing gardening, you must use your chappals or properly fitted shoe. When I say properly fitted shoe, it has to be like a proper size, and also the pressure point checked, and also enough space in front of the toes so that it's not causing pressure and blister formation. And special insoles are available for shoes so that it can relieve the excess pressure in your feet that reduces the ulcer formation. So diabetic special shoes must be worn. And also when you are going for walking, you need to have properly fitted shoes. You need to inspect the shoe frequently. On everyday basis, you check inside whether there is any stones or nail, anything. And also you turn the shoe and look at the bottom of the shoe for any wear and tear. Okay. So that your pressure areas are taken care very well. So this is must. And also annual foot checkup you need to go through. This include checking of your pressure areas, pressure point, and also nerve checkup and blood flow checkup. This is annually mandatory. If you do have any problem, any redness or any ulcer problem or any fungus infection, please do seek help from doctors, because recognizing at early stage and treating it properly gives complete cure. So there are so many options available, depends on what stage of problem is there. If it is just a dry skin, moisturizing lotion is enough. If it is a callus, just using the Pume stone to rub the excess skin and putting a lot of moisturizing lotion is enough. If it is small ulcer that needs antibiotic and cleaning and also dressing. If it is a bigger ulcer, there are so many dressing options are available, like vacuum dressing, which will give better outcome. So getting antibiotic and proper dressing is mandatory. If it's not healing properly, if the blood flow is not good, they can check the blood flow to the feet, and there are options of angioplasty is also available. Okay. If we take all these measures, we can prevent patients going to have amputation. So it's totally preventable cause of amputation. So please be aware of all these things and do your self-examination of your feet every day. If you have not subscribed to NRG Healthcare, please subscribe. There are a lot of health tips available. Share this information with your friends, like and comment. Thank you for watching.